Thanks for joining me today. I'm Brittany and I'm here at Fairfax Pilates with a chair workout for you. So I know it is hard to be self-disciplined, to torture yourself on the chair, but I'm going to do it with you today. So aiming for 20-25 minutes of some good stuff. It won't all be awful, I promise. There are some good things that the chair is for, so we will do it all today. So when you're setting up your chair, to begin, we're going to make sure that the pedals are together, okay? And we're going to have our handles approximately shoulder height when you're seated. So a good rule of thumb for me is on my reformer, my stopper position is usually at 3. So I put my handles also at position 3, and that's roughly a good estimate to start with. So let's get your handles measured, your pedals connected, and we're going to begin with some footwork. So 2 red springs bottom, 2 blue springs on the top, and I'll see you right back here to get going. All right, everybody, welcome back. Let's get mentally ready. I know that there's a love-hate relationship with the chair. We're gonna love it today, okay? So let's begin with some gentle footwork. We want our backs aligned perfectly tall near the front edge of the machine. Hands are coming from the outside, pressing in onto the handles, and my feet are in first position, meaning the heels are together and the toes are pressing or turning out. And I'm going to exhale, press, inhale, lift. Now, the biggest mistake that people make on footwork is that they believe this is a leg warm-up. It's a core workout, it's a core warm-up. So as you're lifting, think upper abs, and as you're pushing down, think squeezing the whole midsection down. So everything, the abdomen compresses as you press down, and the upper abs really trigger as you lift. So it coordinates with your breathing. We lift and we exhale. So as we lift up, we breathe in, our rib cage opens, diaphragm travels up. It's this whole connective system. Concentrate though on the torso and how you're compressing the abdomen here. When we're here at the top, we're going to do little tiny pulses. Up, up, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change so the feet are now parallel. Press, lift, exhale, press. So I'm keeping my back tall, and I'm concentrating on not moving my upper body, slightly pressing in here to just engage the upper back and the lats and the chest. And 3, 2, 1, tippy top, and lift and lift and lift. So this is all about those upper abs doing the lifting. 6, 7, and 8. Let's change to the heel of the foot. Same, we go up and we go down. Notice I am not touching the bottom, okay? So when I touch the bottom, often I would be curving into my lower back to get there. We want to maintain that neutral position of the spine and the pelvis so that, oh, hello. So when we press down, we don't have that scooping of our tail. and lift for 3 and 2 and 1, all the way to the tippy top, and we lift and lift and lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Highest tippy toes, press and lift. Exhale and inhale. Pilates is so much about the stationary part of your body that's really engaging and stabilizing while something else is moving. So this is a perfect example of thinking of those stabilizing muscle groups, okay? All the way up and up and up and up and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to press the legs down until the thighs are roughly parallel with the floor, and we're going to just move the ankles. Now, what I often see is sort of this lift and lower action. I want you to do your best to hold the isometric here in the quads, and we're just moving the ankles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead and come off. Okay, easy start, right? So we're going to move right into some step ups. Maintain the same springs, 2 heavy low, 2 light top, 1 foot to the floor on the pedal and the other foot at the top. So you've got your hands here if you need them to lift and lower. So as we are going into progression, you're welcome to just slide your hands here, up and down. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Coming down. Okay, I'm going to give you a slightly different view there. So now the other foot presses down. And as we lift up, what I see a lot of people do is this drastic lean forward, okay? I want you to be vertical. And 4. Now you're welcome to be a magical genie here if you don't need the support. 7 and 8. All the way down. We're going to transition into shrugs and then also triceps. So 2 hands here, feet on the pedals, sink, pull. So initially, just moving the shoulders. I did 6. Put your feet on the top here, right into tricep dips. So we bend and push. 2, let's try for 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. And down we go. Coming around from the back side, I'm going to drop the blue springs. Just the reds. And then we're going to lay right on top. Oh, just kidding. Let's split our petals. Okay, now we lay on our stomachs. And when we start, we want to have the hands directly below the shoulders. Now, if you notice, when I lay on here, you can tell I'm literally just laying on here, like nothing is working. So let's fix that. So first, feet are going to be slightly elevated so they're aligned with your hips. And then you're going to pull your belly in and float your upper body so your back is parallel to the floor. And you keep it just like that. Both elbows bend and press. Very narrow. Next to the rib cage, we bend the elbows and then press. If you need to move back at any time to make it better on your back, please do. 7. And then we're going to rotate. So one elbow with rotation, center, opposite, center. So do a couple of these, nice and steady, and then we can make it a reciprocal pattern. One pedal is traveling up, while the other pedal is traveling down. 8, 7, keep those legs nice and still. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, push them to the ground, move back half an inch, and then let's bring the left pedal all the way to the top, leaving just the right arm on the pedal, left hand to forehead. Single arm. And 2. And 3. Now I usually tell people try to keep your body off the resting pedal. 6, 7. We're going to hold it right there. Elbow rotates towards the ceiling to floor. 4, 3. Be very aware about your neck and shoulders. And 1. We're going to go ahead and switch the pedals. So here, not laying on it, lift up. And 1. Try to keep those legs active, hip height. 5, 6, 7. We're going to pause there. Rotate down. Keep mindful about the shoulder. And 4. Push down and slide back. Okay, little traction. Just grab the front edge of the seat and round your back a little. Good. Okay, we're going to actually get rid of these handles. So twist the star knob, pull out. Same here. Actually going to move these out of our way. Okay, we're going to put our pedals back together. I'm going to keep one of the red springs on the bottom, put another blue one at the top. So now I have one red bottom and one blue top, making sure that one of the springs is on one column and the opposite spring is on the opposite column. So one red on that column, one high blue on this column, okay? Side bend. Here we go. Now, I'm going to place, actually I'm going to move this around to the other side. So sorry. Okay, so I'm on my hip and I'm nearer the very front of the seat. Now, notice the shoulder here on the bottom. It's like a little pillow for our head. So let's fix that. You're going to pull the shoulder down and back. And I usually tell people about giving blood, make sure that we're facing that soft part of our elbow away, and that pulls the shoulder down away from the ear. So if you absolutely need support, you can keep your hand here. You can leave that handle on. So I'm going to lift up this bottom side like there's something sharp and pointy underneath. Top hand is just hovering above that top thigh. We're going to go right into like a side teaser, side body twist. So head and feet lift, and then we rotate to our buns, and we come up, pausing in a V. And then we slowly lower down. I'm in total control here. And then I'm lowering down, keeping my waist up over something sharp. Again, side, teaser. Rotate, pause. I'm not on the ground, okay? Up, twist. One more. Find that long length. Up, hold it here. Ta-da! And then we can come off. Okay, I'm turning around the chair so you don't have to look at my back side here as I do the second one. Take this back around over here, and we're ready. Make sure you position yourselves near the front edge of the seat, otherwise you'll roll off, okay? So again, watch that shoulder, clear it, lift, feet up. Here we go. A little bit of a head and feet lift at the same time, lateral, and then we pivot. Notice my elbow doesn't not bend, okay? It never is here. It's only to straight. So when you're lifting up, keep that elbow straight. I promise it's one less thing to manage. So you want to keep it straight. There's a lot going on here. 3, one more. So as we come up, we're going to balance right there. And then we come off. Okay, so that was a hard one. Now, not so hard. Okay, I'm going to try to balance hard, not so hard, hard, not so hard. Okay, we're going to sit. Now I've still got the same springs, one red low, one blue top. And now as I'm going to reach back, my fingers are going to point towards my bottom. So as I reach back, my hands find the pedals, and my back is in flexion, and my knees are tabletop. If your shoulders don't like this, there's not a lot of modification, so perhaps you just skip. So we're going to tuck our tail, and we round back. How much shoulder extension can you do? And then we crunch. Lead with the low back, crunch, lead, and upper back, lower back, upper back. Let's get 2 more. Crunch, crunch. Now we're going to go back and stay. Now we have a little bit of flexion, bend and press. So this one looks like triceps, I promise, feels like abs. 5, 6, 7, 8, and we come up, quick break. Second time, I'm going to do this with long legs to make it a little more challenging. You're welcome to stay at tabletop, but join me for one more round exactly the same. All right, so from tabletop, maybe you're in those teaser legs. Roll, crunch, lead with your lower back. So it's like I'm tipping my tail under as I go back, and I'm trying to bring my ribs and my hips as close together as humanly possible on the way back up. 3, 2, back, and tricep, fake out, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, come all the way up. Woo, that's right on the edge. And then we balance. See, even happens to me, right? Okay, so now we're going to turn the chair around again, just so I have more room. You don't need to turn your chair at all. Okay, so it's on little wheels here in the back. Okay, here we go. Here is one way the chair makes Pilates easier. So all of our mat series, well, not all, but several of our more advanced mat-based exercises can be done on the chair. It makes it easier. So we're going to do a couple of those. So go ahead and have a seat. And then we're laying down. Now my head is not on the bar, it's forward. I'm going to fix my shirt. So we're going to just grab the sides of the pedals. I do not want to pull the pedal towards my head, but rather my right and my left are squeezing together. So begin with our knees and table, and we're just going to do a double leg toe tap and lift. Tap and lift and lift for 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Good. And then the legs are going to go out and up. And then slowly back down. So we're not trying to pull the chair towards us. Up. And then a slow control. This is obviously the roll over. 3. 2. This one's going to be a little different. 1. Go under the seat's edge and press up with the feet. It creates a little low back traction. And float. And then place the feet down, side to side with the legs. See? Not so bad, right? Okay, now we've got to change our springs to red bottom only, and we're going to split the petals. This time I'm going to place my chair right on top of the mat to help it from sliding. Your chair should not slide on any of the exercises if you're in control. So bring your body forward, and then we are set up for a bridge. The knees are directly above the hips. And I'm trying not to bring the pedals down. I'm trying not to push the chair away from me. Curving the tail under. We rise to a bridge. And then melt from the top of the spine down. And then release. Tuck. Lift. Slow. And down. Lifting on this one, stay. Keep the hips level. We'll take one leg to the ceiling, tap it forward, lift. Well, not actually tap, just forward. And a third time, 2 feet on the pedals, and we change. Lower, lift, 2. 2 feet on the pedals, softening all the way down. Now, if you are having a hard time keeping the pedals stable or keeping your hips square, you may want to make the springs a little heavier, lifting them up, the blocks in the back, make the springs heavier. Again, take a breath, tuck, we sequence up from our tail to our top. Now, one leg up, single leg bridge, you're gonna just drop down, lift. And 2, 3, hold, wide, middle, wide, middle, wide, middle, 2 feet on the pedals. Let's come down in between sides. I threw you on that one with that sideways one. Breath in. Exhale, curve up, keeping the hips square. One leg up, lower through the center, and lift, and lift, and lift, wide, and 2, and 3, 2 feet on the pedals, down we go. Long legs, stretch them out there a little, and then we can go ahead and bring ourselves up. All right, now I'm going to be kneeling, so I like a little more padding under my knees, so I'm going to just fold up my mat a few times to create a bit more padding. And I have one hand on the pedal. It is, oh good, we're split. So one hand on one of the pedals, and the other arm goes up, hand behind the head, and we're just going to do these little sideways crunches. So it's really nice here to lengthen out this side of my waist while I'm getting some contraction on the opposite side. 7 and 8. Rising back up. I'm going to take the opposite leg out, knee and toe point forward. So get down deep this time. Place the hand on the ground, and we're gonna lift and lift. 3, let's get 8 here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leave the foot down, come all the way up, and we will reach towards the long leg. Same on the opposite side. Starting with 2 knees down. Get that really big stretch. Crunch. 2, 3. Try to stay sideways as much as you can. 6 and 8. Come back up, out with the leg, and we go all the way down. Connect the platform to the ground. Lift. And 2, 3, halfway, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Come all the way up and reach. So I'm going to go ahead and stretch this mat back out. My petals are split, and I've got the 2 red springs on the bottom still. Nothing has changed. And we're going to go through a little plank exercise here. So each of the hands onto the petals, and you fold all the way forward into a nice stretch. Now my feet are about hip width apart. And first, I'm going to just soften my knees, elongate my back. The petals rise to about knee height. And then I'm going to curve my spine over and down. Inhale, lengthen, a little bit of softness in the knees. Exhale. Again, lengthen. And then we press. Now once I'm here, my feet step back. I'm going to open my feet to the width of the mat. Bend one elbow, tap. Bend, tap. These are like renegade rows. If you were a gym goer, try to keep your pelvis stationary and square to the ground. I'm bending my elbows narrow, and I'm trying to make contact almost inaudibly with these petals. One more each way. Walk your feet in, forward fold, release, and all the way to the top. We're going to finish, well, no, 2 more. Elephants first. So we're going to place our bar on the petals to keep them together as one unit. And we're going to go with a super friendly spring. 2 reds on the bottom, 2 blues on the top. This ensures that your form is proper. Okay, and then I'm going to move the chair just a little so you can see what's happening here with my shape. So elephants are pikes, basically. I don't know where the elephant name came from. It's not very flattering, but it's a pike. You're going to place your feet on the petals, and let's connect the heels together so we're in first position. I like hands in the back corners, slightly grabbing, pulling in from the edges. And your back is rounded. It's like you're going to get sucker punched in the gut, and that lift sensation starts from your belly button. There's a slight weight transfer over the hands, and then from there, pike, and then we lower. Now as I lift, I'm trying to look towards my ankles, so my cervical spine is a natural continuation of the rest of my back. 7 and 8. Good. So we'll do the sideways 1, 2, pivot. So when I'm facing the side. My outside foot is forward. I'm going to now transfer my hands to this front edge. Keep your body pretty sideways to the seat, and we do the same. 2, 3, 4, halfway, 4, 3, 2, and almost done. Other side. So maintain that your hips are sideways to the chair. Up. 2. Heavy heels on both feet. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Guide the pedal up. Come around from the back edge. And we just do an easy pigeon. So the leg perpendicular to the body. Now my hips are tight, so this already gives me a stretch in my outer hip. You can stay upright, you can twist towards the bent knee, or you can fold forward. I don't want to fold all the way forward, my hips are already talking to me. So if you want to fold forward, please do. This is enough for me. So it's a stretch, it's a cool down. So we're gonna hang out here for maybe 15 more seconds. Chair is no joke, right? Let's switch. So, you can see the difference even on my body. I can't even get this leg all the way down on this hip. Nice, tall posture. Maybe you twist towards that knee. Gets in a little bit deeper. Perhaps you'd like to fold forward. Do whatever you need to do. Just breathe though. Relax your face, your neck, your shoulders. Let your heart rate come down a little from those elephants. Perfect. Okay, good work. Thank you for suffering through the chair workout with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and it's not quite so scary. We don't have to do all the super crazy hard things all the time. So thank you so much, and I look forward to the next one.